Announcements will begin shortly after the announcements of this year's recipients of the Alex Awards. The Alex Award is given to 10 books written for adults that have special appeal to young adults, ages 12 through 18. Sponsored by the Margaret A. Edwards Trust and Booklist, and administered by the Young Adult Library Services Association, the awards were first given annually beginning in 1998 and became an official ALA award in 2002. The awards are named after Margaret Alexander Edwards, who was called Alex by her friends. Edwards was a pioneer in young adult librarianship, working with teens for many years at the Enoch Pratt Library in Baltimore. She served as an inspiration to many librarians who serve young adults. This year's 10 winning titles are Brewster by Mark Slocum, published by W. W. Norton and Company. The Death of Bees by Lisa O'Donnell, published by Harper, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. Golden Boy, a novel, by Abigail Tartalen, published by Atria Books, a division of Simon & Schuster Incorporated. Help for the Haunted, by John Searles, published by William Morrow, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. Lexicon, a novel, by Max Berry, published by the Penguin Group USA Incorporated. Lives of Tao, by Wesley Chu, published by Angry Robot, a member of the Osprey Group. Mother, Mother, a novel, by Corin Zalkis, published by Crown Publishers, an imprint of the Crown Publishing Group, a division of Random House Incorporated. Relish, by Lucy Neasley, published by First Second, an imprint of Roaring Book Press, a division of Holtspring Publishing Holdings Limited Partnership. The Sea of Tranquility, by Katia Malay, published by Atria Paperback, a division of Simon & Schuster Incorporated. The Universe vs. Alex Woods, by Gavin Extance, published by Red Hook Books, an imprint of Orbit, a division of Hachette Book Group Incorporated. For more information on the Alex Awards, including a list of vetted nominations, please visit ala.org/yalsa/booklist/Alex.
Good morning. I'm Jonda McNair, Chair of the Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee. Welcome to the 2014 announcement of the American Library Association's Youth Media Awards. It's great to be here in Philadelphia to share with you what has become known as the premier event for the recognition of books and media for children and young adults. I would like to welcome members of the media, our publishing colleagues, and other guests. Also, thank you to the committees who had the challenge and thrill of selecting today's winners. I would like to introduce someone whom many of us know and have had the pleasure of working with. She is at the helm of the oldest and largest library association in the world, with a membership that exceeds more than 57,000. Please help me welcome Barbara Stripling, President of the American Library Association.
Thank you, Jonda. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you this morning. Since I started my career, I have followed the ALA Youth Media Awards. I'm honored and thrilled to be a part of today's announcements. In fact, it is one of the highlights of serving as ALA president to be among the first to know which video, audiobooks, books, authors, and illustrators are selected as the best of the best. I'd like to take a moment to thank our sponsor for 2014, 3M Cloud Library, whose generous support has made today's announcements possible. If there are any members of 3M Cloud Library in the audience, will you please stand and be recognized? Again, thank you for your support. Today's announcements illustrate one of the fundamental roles that our nation's libraries and library staff play in empowering parents and caregivers with youth-friendly materials that will encourage children and teens to become avid readers. I hope to find today's titles in school and public school libraries which desperately need our support. Just like the majority of our nation's libraries, the impact of deep budget cuts are taking their toll. From closures, reduced hours, and the elimination of school library staff, our nation's students are losing access to valuable resources that fuel 21st century literacy skills. We're asking today's audience and conference attendees to show their support for school libraries and libraries of all types by signing the Declaration for the Right to Libraries by visiting ilovelibraries.org. Thank you. Maintaining funding for school libraries, public libraries, and libraries of all types is the key to transforming lives through literacy and lifelong learning. On behalf of myself, the ALA, and the Executive Board, I want to thank the award committees who worked so hard to select today's recipients. I'm sure today's selections will carry on our profession's efforts to raise a nation of avid readers. This year, we will announce 18 awards that recognize the best selection in books and media for children and young adults. Please note that the presentation slide information is cited from the copyright page of selected titles and from covers of selected media. In some cases, however, cited information may have changed slightly since the material was published or produced. So in such cases, publishers and producers will have the opportunity to update their information after our announcements. And now, on with the announcement of the Schneider Family Book Awards. The Schneider Family Book Awards, donated by Dr. Catherine Schneider, honor an author or illustrator for a book that embodies an artistic expression of the disability experience for child and adolescent audiences. The award is given annually for the best children's, teen, and middle school book, and administered annually by the American Library Association. This year's winners are, for Best Young Children's Book, A Splash of Red, The Life and Art of Horace Pippin. Written by Jen Bryant, illustrated by Melissa Sweet, and published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House. This picture book biography of self-taught African-American folk artist Horace Pippin demonstrates the dogged determination of a wounded soldier to paint again. After a World War I injury threatened to end his potential artistic career, he trained himself to paint by supporting his injured arm with the other hand. The recipient of the Schneider Family Book Award for Best Middle Grades Book is Handbook for Dragon Slayers, written by Mary Haskell and published by HarperCollins Children's Books, a division of HarperCollins Publishers. Reluctant Princess Tilda, sheltered due to her deformed foot, longs to escape her destiny. A thwarted kidnapping sends Tilda, Lord Parsifal, and her handmaiden Judith on a dragon hunting quest. Supported by friends and dragons, Tilda realizes her physical limitations do not define her. And our final award for Best Teen Book is Rose Under Fire. Written by Elizabeth Wine and published by Hyperion, an imprint of Disney Book Group. After a daring flight maneuver, young pilot Rose Justice is captured by Nazis and sent to Ravensbrück, the notorious women's concentration camp. Assigned to a high-security unit, Rose survives under the wing of the Rabbits, Polish political prisoners subjected to medical experimentation by Nazi doctors. I would like to thank Award Jury Chair Allison Beecher and her jury. Will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. Our next award is the Stonewall Book Awards. Mike Morgan and Larry Roman's Children's and Young Adult Literature Award, sponsored by the Stonewall Book Awards Committee of the Gay, Lesbian, Bisexual, and Transgender Roundtable. The award is given annually to English language books of exceptional merit relating to the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered experience. The committee chose 3 honor books. They are Better Nate Than Ever, written by Tim Federle and published by Simon & Schuster Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing Division. Branded by the Pink Triangle, written by Ken Setterington and published by Second Story Press. And Two Boys Kissing, written by David Levithan and published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. The winners of the 2014 Stonewall Book Awards, Mike Morgan and Larry Roman's Children and Young Adult Literature Award are Beautiful Music for Ugly Children, written by Kirsten Cron Mills and published by Flux, an imprint of Llewellyn Worldwide Limited. Gabe has a local community radio program and is worried his listeners will discover he is transgender. Turning to music and an unlikely friend for support, he must reconcile himself and the world around him in Beautiful Music for Ugly Children, Kirsten Cron Mills' second novel. And our second winner is Fat Angie, written by E.E. Charlton Trujillo and published by Candlewick Press. In Fat and Angie, E.E. Charlton Trujillo tells the powerful story of Angie, who is seen by everyone as only her weight. Struggling with her image and her relationship with her first girlfriend, KC, Fat Angie shocks everyone by trying out for the school basketball team in this poignant novel. I would like to thank Award Committee Chair Peter D. Coyle and his committee for today's selections. Will you all please stand and be recognized?
Thank you, Barbara. I would like to remind everyone that a press release listing all of today's winners will be available immediately following our presentation on a table just outside this room. You can also visit the ALA's Youth Media Awards press kit at ala.org/YMA for a list of today's winners and other announcements of notable and distinguished books and media for children, teens, and adults. Now, I would like to introduce this year's Coretta Scott King Book Awards. The Coretta Scott King Book Awards honor African-American authors and illustrators of outstanding books for children and young adults that promote the understanding and appreciation of all people. The awards commemorate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr., and honors Mrs. Coretta Scott King for continuing her husband's work. The Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee, a division of the American Library Association's Ethnic and Multicultural Information Exchange Roundtable, administers the awards annually. Our first award is the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement. The award is presented in even years to an African-American author, illustrator, or author-illustrator for a body of his or her published books for children and/or young adults who have made a significant and lasting literary contribution. The award is named in memory of award-winning children's author Virginia Hamilton. Hamilton wrote more than 35 books throughout her career and received numerous awards, including the Coretta Scott King Book Award, the Newbery Medal, and a host of others. The recipients of the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement are Patricia and Frederick McKissick. Patricia and Frederick McKissick's award-winning books have given children and young adult readers a penetrating perspective into the culture and history of African Americans, stated award chair Loretta Dowell. Patricia McKissick and her late husband, Frederick McKissick, both natives of Tennessee, began their writing and research partnership in the 1980s. Their subject matter, from family-based folklore to nonfiction titles, are scholarly researched and written with accurate, authentic text, creating a cultural transmission of history. Their immense range of topics are informative, readable, and enjoyable, covering accounts from slavery days to biographical studies of noted men and women in African American history, past and present. I would like to thank Award Chair Loretta Dowell and the Coretta Scott King Virginia Hamilton Award for Lifetime Achievement Committee, who made today's announcement possible. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Next are the Coretta Scott King Book Awards, which honor African American authors and illustrators of outstanding books for children and young adults that promote the understanding and appreciation of all people. First is the Coretta Scott King John Steptoe Award for New Talent. This year's recipient is Theodore Taylor III. For his illustration of When the Beat Was Born, DJ Kool Herc and the Creation of Hip Hop, written by Laban Carey-Hill and published by Roaring Brook Press, a division of Holtzbrink Publishing Holdings Limited Partnership. Taylor's stylish artwork shows young Clive Campbell's transformation into the DJ who helped launch hip-hop in the early 70s. Using retro cartoon-style illustrations rendered in a palette that emphasizes browns, greens, reds, and grays, he transforms words on a page into a rhythmic beat that brings the words alive. Born in Roanoke, Virginia, and currently living and working in Washington, D.C., Theodore Taylor III studied communication arts at Virginia Commonwealth University. His skills include drawing, graphic design, web design, photography, and casual beat making. Taylor finds inspiration in a variety of subjects including music, album covers, posters, animation, comics, and video games. The committee selected one Illustrator honor book, Kadir Nelson, for Nelson Mandela. Words by Kadir Nelson, published by Catherine Teagan Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. The Coretta Scott King Illustrator Award goes to Brian Collier. For Knock Knock, My Dad's Dream for Me, written by Daniel Beatty and published by Little Brown and Company, a division of Hachette Book Group Incorporated. In Knock Knock, My Dad's Dream for Me, Brian Collier brings to life Daniel Beatty's powerful narrative of a son's longing for his absent father. With his distinctive watercolor and collage technique, Collier captures the nuances of the urban setting and the son's journey to manhood. Collier takes his work to a new level of tenderness, using potent symbolic images to depict the complexities of this father-son relationship, says Kim Patton, Coretta Scott King Book Award Jury Chair. Collier, the 2014 U.S. nominee for the Hans Christian Andersen Award, is a 5-time winner of the Coretta Scott King Book Award. He lives with his family in Marlboro, New York, and when not creating in his studio, he enjoys visiting classrooms and libraries to inspire a new generation of artists. The Coretta Scott King Book Awards Committee chose 3 author honor books. They are John Lewis and Andrew Aiden, for March, Book 1, illustrated by Nate Powell and published by Top Shelf Productions. Walter D. Myers for Darius and Twig. Published by Amistad, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. And Nikki Grimes for Words with Wings. Published by Wordsong, an imprint of Highlights. I am pleased to announce the winner of this year's Coretta Scott King Author Award is Rita Williams Garcia. For PSB 11, published by Amistad, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. In this spirited standalone sequel to One Crazy Summer, the Gaither sisters return to Brooklyn after a summer spent with their mother in Oakland, California. Delphine, Vanetta, and Fern thrive in the tumultuous era of the late 1960s, but Delphine is tasked by her mother to be 11. With just the right touches of humor, Williams Garcia dances the reader through the 1960s while highlighting the effects of music and politics on a modern family, says Kim Patton, Coretta Scott King Book Award Jury Chair. Rita Williams Garcia, the author of the Newbery Honor-winning novel One Crazy Summer, is also a winner of the Coretta Scott King Award, a National Book Award finalist, and the Scott O'Dell Award for Historical Fiction. Residing in Jamaica, New York, she is on the faculty at the Vermont College of Fine Arts. I would like to thank Kim Patton and the Coretta Scott King jury who made today's announcement possible. Will you all please stand and be recognized? Yay. I would now like to introduce Shannon Peterson, President of the Young Adult Library Services Association.
The mission of the Young Adult Library Services Association, also known as YALSA, is to expand and strengthen library services to teens. Through its member-driven advocacy, research, and professional development initiatives, YALSA builds the capacity of libraries and librarians to engage, serve, and empower teens. YALSA is the fourth largest division of the American Library Association. As most of you walked in this morning, I'm sure you all noticed the announcement of this year's Alex Award. I would like to ask Alex Award Chair Daniel Drager Babbitt and members of her committee to please stand and be recognized. Thank you for making that award possible. The Margaret A. Edwards Award was established in 1988 and honors an author and specific titles by that author for significant and lasting contribution to young adult literature. The award recognizes an author's work in helping adolescents become aware of themselves and addressing questions about their role and importance in relationships, society, and the world. It is sponsored by School Library Journal and administered by YALSA. The award is named for Margaret A. Edwards, a pioneer in youth services. Through her work at Enoch Pratt Free Library in Baltimore, Edwards demonstrated that only through literature would young adults move beyond themselves into the larger world. This year's winner of the Margaret A. Edwards Award for significant and lasting contribution to young adult literature is Marcus Zuzak. Author of The Book Thief, published by Alfred K. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books. I Am the Messenger, published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books. Fighting Reuben Wolf, published by Push, an imprint of Scholastic. And Getting the Girl, published by Push, an imprint of Scholastic. In addition to these 5 internationally acclaimed books for teens, but I Am the Messenger and The Book Thief have both been previously named Michael L. Printz Honor Books. Marcus, a writer and screenwriter, lives in Sydney, Australia. Although this is a virtual award, if in attendance, I would like to thank the Margaret A. Edwards Award Committee and invite Chair Cheryl Karp Ward and her committee to please stand. Yay! The William C. Morris Award honors a book written for young adults by a first-time, previously unpublished author. The award's namesake is William C. Morris, an influential innovator in the publishing world and an advocate for marketing books for children and young adults. William, called Bill by his friends and colleagues, left an impressive mark on the field of children's and young adult literature. He was beloved in the publishing and library profession for his generosity and enthusiasm for promoting literature to children and teens. The William C. Morris Award Committee selected 5 finalists in December. They are Charm Estranged, written by Stephanie Keene, published by St. Martin's Griffin, an imprint of St. Martin's Press, a division of Macmillan. Sex and Violence, written by Carrie Mesrobian, published by Carol Rhoda Lab, an imprint of Lerner Publishing Group. Dr. Bird's Advice for Sad Poets, written by Evan Roscoe, published by Houghton Mifflin, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company, and Belpré, written by Elizabeth Ross, published by Delacorte Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Random House Children's Books. Finally, In the Shadow of Blackbirds, written by Kat Winters, published by Amulet Books, an imprint of Abrams. The winner of the 2014 William C. Morris Award is Stephanie Geen for Charm and Strange. And she may be here if she would like to stand. Published by St. Martin's Griffin, an imprint of St. Martin's Press, a division of Macmillan. Drew, aka Wynne, has been isolated at boarding school since age 12. While he outwardly excels, a horrific secret pushes him towards madness. With the help of friends, can he conquer the beast within? Wynne's rawness and vulnerability illuminate the teen experience in ways both unflinchingly honest and frighteningly familiar. All midwinter attendees are invited to the presentation of the Morris Award, which will take place at 10:30 a.m. this morning in this room. I would like to thank the William C. Morris Award Committee for their efforts to select today's honorees. Will Morris Award Chair Dorcas Wong and her committee please stand and be recognized? Yay! The YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction honors the best nonfiction book published for young adults ages 12 to 18 each year. The award committee selects 5 award finalists in December. They are The Nazi Hunters, How a Team of Spies and Survivors Captured the World's Most Notorious Nazi, written by Neil Bascom and published by Arthur A. Levine Books, an imprint of Scholastic. Go, A Kid's Guide to Graphic Design, written by Chip Kidd and published by Workman Publishing Company. Imprisoned, The Betrayal of Japanese Americans During World War II, written by Martin W. Sandler and published by Walker Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Bloomsbury Publishing. Courage Has No Color, The True Story of the Triple Nickels, America's First Black Paratroopers, written by Tanya Lee Stone and published by Candlewick Press. And The President Has Been Shot, The Assassination of John F. Kennedy, written by James L. Swanson and published by Scholastic Press, an imprint of Scholastic. The winner of the 2014 YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction is The Nazi Hunters. Written by Neil Bascom and published by Arthur A. Levine Books, an imprint of Scholastic. The Nazi Hunters tells the true story of the capture of Nazi fugitive Adolf Eichmann with rich detail and captivating suspense. Along the way, readers are inspired by the courage and determination of a cast of characters, including a teenage girl, Israeli secret agents, and Holocaust survivors. All midwinter attendees are invited to the presentation of the YALSA Nonfiction Award, which will also take place at 10:30 in this room. I would like to thank the YALSA Award for Excellence in Nonfiction Committee for their efforts to select today's honorees. Will Nonfiction Award Chair Jamison Hedden and her committee please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Michael L. Printz Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature. The award, first given in 2000, is named for the late Michael L. Printz, a Topeka, Kansas school librarian who had a passion for books and reading and a commitment to finding the right book for the right student. The award is administered annual by YALSA and is sponsored by Booklist magazine. The committee chose 4 honor books. I kind of want to wait a little bit and, okay, I won't. They are Eleanor and Park. By Rainbow Rowell and published by St. Martin's Griffin. Kingdom of Little Wounds. By Susan Kokel and published by Candlewood Press. Maggot Moon. By Sally Gardner and published by Candlewick Press, and Navigating Early. By Claire Vanderpool and published by Delacorte Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House LLC, Penguin Random House Company. And now, I'm pleased to announce the winner of the Michael L. Printz Award for Excellence in Young Adult Literature, Midwinter Blood. By Marcus Sedgwick, published by Roaring Brook Press, an imprint of Macmillan Children's Publishing Group. Doomed love circles back through the centuries in a series of 7 intricately plotted, interlocking stories set on a mysterious, isolated island. Forgetting and remembering, blessed and cursed, modern and ancient, these dualities brilliantly infuse the novel's lush landscape. I would like to thank the Michael L. Printz Award Committee for their efforts to select today's honorees. Will Printz Award Chair Jennifer Lawson and her committee please stand?
Thank you, Shannon. And now I would like to introduce Star Latronica, President of the Association for Library Service to Children, who will announce the remainder of today's awards.
Thank you, Jonda, and thank you all for braving the cold to get here, but where is there better to be than right here? The Association for Library Service to Children, also known as ALSC, is the world's largest organization dedicated to the support and enhancement of service to children in all types of libraries. Our first award is the Pura Belpré Award. The award honors a Latina writer and illustrator whose work best portrays, affirms, and celebrates the Latino cultural experience in an outstanding work of literature for children and youth. I would now like to introduce Isabel Espinal, the President of the National Association to Promote Library and Informational Services to Latinos and the Spanish-speaking, Reforma, who will announce the awards in both English and Spanish.
Buenos días. Buenos días. Good morning. Thank you, Star. It is a pleasure to be with you here today. The Pura Belpré Award is co-sponsored by ALSC and Reforma, an affiliate of the American Library Association. Reforma works to recruit bilingual and bicultural library professionals and support staff, and supports the development of library services and programs that meet the needs of the Latino community. Gracias, Star. Es un placer estar contigo aquí hoy. el premio Pura Belpré es copatrocinado por ASC y Reforma, afiliada de la Asociación de Bibliotecas de los Estados Unidos. Reforma se dedica a reclutar profesionales de bibliotecas y personal de apoyo bilingües y biculturales, y a apoyar el desarrollo de servicios y programas de biblioteca que satisfagan las necesidades de la comunidad hispana. Now on with today's announcements. The committee chose 3 Pura Belpré honor books for illustration. El comité seleccionó 3 libros de honor Pura Belpré en la categoría de ilustración. Maria had a little llama. María tenía una llamita, illustrated and written by Ángela Domínguez and published by Henry Halt & Company, LLC. Tito Puente, Mambo King, Rey del Mambo. Illustrated by Rafael López, written by Monica Brown, and published by Rayo, an imprint of HarperCollins Publishers. And Pancho Rabbit and the Coyote, A Migrant's Tale. Illustrated and written by Duncan Donatiu and published by Abrams Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Abrams. And now, I am pleased to announce the winner of the Pura Belpré Award for Illustration is, y ahora me complace anunciar que el libro ganador del premio Pura Belpré de Ilustración es Niño Wrestles the World. Illustrated and written by Yuji Morales and published by Roaring Book Press. Presenting Niño, our underdressed lucha libre hero defeats almost all comers. Yuji Morales' clever use of fonts, text bubbles, word art, and vibrant illustrations energizes this world-class wrestling match. Niño, un singular héroe de lucha libre bastante ligero de ropas, vence a casi todos sus contrincantes. El uso inteligente que hace Yuji Morales de las letras, los globos o bocadillos de texto, el diseño de palabras y las vibrantes ilustraciones le otorgan energía a estos encuentros de lucha de clase mundial. So, to the next one, the committee selected 3 Pura Belpré honor books for text. El comité también seleccionó 3 libros de honor Pura Belpré en la categoría de narración. The Lightning Dreamer, Cuba's Greatest Abolitionist. Written by Margarita Engel and published by Harcourt, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. The Living. Written by Matt de la Peña and published by Delacour Press, an imprint of Random House's children's books, a division of Random House LLC, a Penguin Random House company. And Pancho Rabbit and the Coyote, A Migrant's Tale. Illustrated and written by Duncan Donatiu and published by Abrams Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Abrams. Okay, so this year's Pura Belpré Award for Text goes to, este año, el premio Pura Belpré de Narración le otorgó a Yaqui Delgado Wants to Kick Your Ass. written by Meg Medina and published by Candlewick Press. Piedad, PD, Sanchez's life is turned upside down when she finds out that Yaqui Delgado wants to kick her ass. While struggling to deal with the threat on her own, Pidi is forced to explore her identity, her culture, and the role of others in her life. Meg Medina writes a powerful story about bullying and resilience. La vida de Piedad, Pidi, Sánchez, cambia totalmente cuando se entera que Yaqui Delgado quiere darle una golpiza. En su lucha para enfrentar la amenaza por su cuenta, Pidi se ve obligada a explorar su identidad, su cultura y el papel que desempeñan otras personas en su vida. Meg Medina escribe una potente historia sobre el acoso escolar y la resiliencia. Will the Pura Belpré Award Chair, Ruth Tobar, and her committee, after Ruth takes the picture, please stand and be recognized.
Thank you, Isabel. We're thrilled to have you here this morning. Muchas gracias. All righty then. The Odyssey Award is an annual award given to the producer of the best audiobook for children or young adults available in English in the United States. The Odyssey Award is jointly administered by ALSC and YALSA, both divisions of the American Library Association, and the award is sponsored by Booklist magazine. The committee chose 4 Odyssey honor books. Ooh. They are Better Nate Than Ever, produced by Simon & Schuster Audio, written and narrated by Tim Federle. Creepy Carrots, produced by Weston Wood Studios, Inc., written by Aaron Reynolds and narrated by James Naughton. Eleanor and Park, produced by Listening Library, an imprint of Random House Audio Publishing Group, written by Rainbow Rao and narrated by Rebecca Lohman and Sunil Malhotra. And Matilda, produced by Penguin Audio, a member of the Penguin Group, USA, Inc., and written by Roald Dahl and narrated by Kate Winslet. And now, I am pleased to announce the winner of the Odyssey Award for the Best Audiobook produced for children or young adults, Scowler. Produced by Listening Library. Produced by Listening Library. Not many skulls about that. Produced by Listening Library, an imprint of the Random House Audio Publishing Group, written by Daniel Kraus and narrated by Kirby Hayborn. When Rye's abusive father escapes from prison, Rye summons the unnamed 3 from his childhood, including the hellish Scowler, in order to protect his family. In this gripping and horrific tale, Kirby Hayborn's flawless narration features humming, clicks, and sounds that are not of this world. And now here's a short clip.
Please,
Wow. perfect for a long drive along a country road at night, right? I would like to thank the Odyssey Award Committee for their efforts to select today's honorees. Will Odyssey Award Chair Ellen Rick Spring and her committee please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture Award. Each year, an individual of distinction in the field of children's literature is chosen to deliver the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture. The lecturer prepares and presents an original paper that makes a significant contribution to children's literature. The 2015 Arbuthnot Lecture will be delivered by Brian Selznick. I know, right? Born and raised in New Jersey, Selznick cannot remember a time when he was not drawing and making things. He graduated from Rhode Island School of Design, intending to be a set designer for the theater, but a stint at Eeyore's bookstore in New York City, yay, changed his mind, and his first book was published while working there. He left to pursue a full-time career in children's book illustration, but still designs theater sets and is a professional puppeteer. Among his award-winning books are illustrations for 2 Sibert Honor books and a Caldecott Honor book. His groundbreaking, The Invention of Hugo Cabret, was awarded the 2008 Caldecott Medal. Will the Mayhill Arbuthnot Honor Lecture Award Sue McLeaf-Nespeka and her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your work. Next is the Mildred L. Batchelder Award, which honors the American publisher of the most outstanding title, originally published in a language other than English in a country other than the United States, and subsequently translated into English for publication in the United States. There are 3 Batchelder honor books. This year's honor books are The Bathing Costume or the Worst Vacation of My Life, published by Enchanted Lion Books, written by Charlotte Moonlick, illustrated by Olivia Talek, and translated by Claudia Zoe Bedrick. The next honor book is My Father's Arms Are a Boat, published by Enchanted Lion Books, and written by Stein Erik Lund, illustrated by Ovid Turster, and translated by Carrie Dixon. And The War Within These Walls, published by Erdman's Books for Young Readers, written by Aileen Sachs, illustrated by Karl Strzelecki, and translated by Laura Watkinson. This year's Mildred L. Batchelder Award goes to Mr. Orange. Published by Enchanted Lion Books, written by Truls Matti, and jacket and interior art by Jenny Desmond, translated by Laura Watkinson. Originally published in Dutch in 2011. When his older brother enlists in 1943, Linus Mueller assumes family responsibilities that introduce him to Mr. Orange, Dutch painter Piet Mondrian. At once a coming-of-age story and a celebration of the power of art, Mr. Orange beautifully captures Linus' awakening to the larger world around him. Will the Mildred L. Batchelder Chair, Dr. Maureen White, and her committee please stand and be recognized? I would now like to present the Robert F. Sibert Medal. The Sibert Medal honors the author and illustrator of the most distinguished informational book for children. Informational books are defined as those that are written and illustrated to present, organize, and interpret documentable, factual material for children. The award is named to commemorate Robert F. Sibert, founder of Bound to Stay Bound Books. The committee chose 4 honor books. A Splash of Red, The Life and Art of Horace Pippin. Written by Jen Bryant, illustrated by Melissa Sweet, and published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. Look up, bird watching in your own backyard. Written and illustrated by Annette LeBlanc-Kate, published by Candlewick Press. Locomotive. Written and illustrated by Brian Floca and published by Athenaeum Books for Young Readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster Children's Publishing. And The Mad Potter, George E. Orr, eccentric genius. Written by Jan Greenberg and Sandra Jordan and published by Roaring Brook Press, a division of Holdspring Publishing Holdings Limited Partnership. And now, I am pleased to announce that the winner of the Robert F. Sibert Award for the most distinguished informational book is Parrots Over Puerto Rico. Written by Susan L. Roth and Cindy Trumbore, illustrated by Susan L. Roth, and published by Lee and Low Books, Inc. The inspiring story of the rescue and return of the Puerto Rican parrot, a species once so abundant that it blotted out the sun. Through the efforts of a group of valiant, dedicated, and committed team of scientists and island residents, the fate of this native bird is now inching out of extinction. Will the Robert F. Sibert Medal Chair, Cecilia P. McGowan, and her committee please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Children's Video. The Carnegie Medal honors the most outstanding video production for children released during the previous year. The medal was established in 1991 with support from the Carnegie Corporation of New York. This year's winner of the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Children's Video is Bink and Golly, 2 for 1. Produced by Paul R. Gagney and Melissa Riley Ellard. In 3 lively vignettes, Bink and Golly visit the state fair, playing a game, participating in a talent show, and discovering their destiny. These best friends share joy and laughter, comfort and encouragement. Who knew such adventure could be packed into a single afternoon? And now a short clip.
Whack a duck. Whack a duck. Win the world's largest donut. I'm gonna whack a duck, said Bink.
Yeah, step right up, said the duck man. Whack a duck.
I'm going to win the world's largest donut, said Bink.
Of course you are, little lady, said the whack-a-duck man. You've got winner written all over you.
I do, said Bink. She does, said Golly.
What a happy, happy day, said the duck man. How I love it when little ladies win large donuts.
She hasn't won it yet, said Golly.
Who doesn't love a donut? Said the duck man. Who doesn't love a large donut? Donuts are nature's most perfect food.
They are, said Golly. So, said Golly.
But we won. Will the Andrew Carnegie Medal Notable Children's Video Chair, Joan L. Atkinson, and members of her committee please stand and be recognized? Our next award is the Theodore Seuss Geisel Award. The Theodore Seuss Geisel Award honors the author and illustrator of a book for beginning readers who demonstrate great creativity and imagination in their literary and artistic achievements to engage children in reading. The award is named for the world-renowned children's author, Theodore Geisel, otherwise known as Dr. Seuss. The award committee has selected 3 Geisel honor books. This year's honor books are Ball, written and illustrated by Mary Sullivan and published by Houghton Mifflin Books for Children, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. A big guy took my ball. Written and illustrated by Mo Willems and published by Hyperion Books for Children, an imprint of Disney Book Group. And Penny and Her Marble. Written and illustrated by Kevin Henkes and published by Green Willow Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Publisher. This year's Theodore Seuss Geisel Award goes to The Watermelon Seed. Written and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli and published by Disney Hyperion Books, an imprint of Disney Book Group. A watermelon-loving crocodile becomes distraught after swallowing a seed, believing it will grow inside him. Told in straightforward, accessible vocabulary, this innovative look at a childhood fear by debut author Greg Pizzoli creates engaging 3-spot color palette illustrations that are as fresh and as cool as a slice of watermelon. Will the Theodore Sue Skeisel Award Chair Penny Peck and members of her committee please stand and be recognized. And now, for the announcements of the oldest and most widely known awards, the Caldecott and Newbery Medals. First awarded in 1938 in honor of the 19th century English illustrator Randolph Caldecott, the Caldecott Medal is awarded to the artist of the most distinguished American picture book for children published during the previous year. The committee has chosen 3 Caldecott honor books. They are Journey, illustrated and written by Aaron Becker and published by Candlewick Press. Flora and the Flamingo, illustrated and written by Molly Idle and published by Chronicle Books, LLC. And Mr. Waffles. Illustrated and written by David Wiesner and published by Clarion Books, an imprint of Houghton Mifflin Harcourt Publishing Company. Thumbs ready? The winner of this year's Randolph Caldecott Medal for Outstanding Illustration of a Children's Book is Locomotive. Illustrated and written by Brian Floca and published by Athenaeum Books for young readers, an imprint of Simon & Schuster's Children's Publishing. All aboard! Accompany a family on an unforgettable week-long train trip from Omaha to Sacramento in 1869. Brian Floca's dramatic watercolor, ink, acrylic, and gouache illustrations incorporate meticulously researched portraits of the train, the travelers, and the crew as they traverse the American landscape on the new transcontinental railroad. Will the Caldecott Medal Chair, Marion Haynes Rush, and her members of her committee please stand and be recognized? Thank you for all your good work. And finally, the John Newbery Medal. First awarded in 1922 and named after 18th century bookseller John Newbery, this medal is awarded annually to the author of the most distinguished book for children published during the previous year. 4 titles have been named Newbery Honor Books. They are Doll Bones, written by Holly Black and published by Margaret K. McElderry Books, an imprint of Simon & Schuster's publishing division. The Year of Billy Miller. Written by Kevin Henkes and published by Green Willow Books, an imprint of HarperCollins Publisher. One Came Home. Written by Amy Timberlake and published by Alfred A. Knopf, an imprint of Random House Children's Book, a division of Random House, Inc. And Paperboy. Written by Vince Vaughter and published by Delacorte Press, an imprint of Random House Children's Books, a division of Random House, Inc. And now, the winner of this year's John Newbery Medal for the most distinguished contribution to American literature for children is Flora and Ulysses, The Illuminated Adventures. Written by Kate DiCamillo, illustrated by K.G. Campbell, and published by Candlewick Press. Comic book fan and natural-born cynic, Flora Bell Buckman and Ulysses, a flying superhero poetry-writing squirrel, join forces to overcome Ulysses' arch-nemesis, Flora's mother. And they encounter a quirky cast of characters along the way. Through poignant, laugh-out-loud episodes, this homage to comic books is a testament to the power of love. Will the John Newbery Medal Chair, Elizabeth C. Osborne, and her committee please stand and be recognized?
I have two brief announcements. The first is that the presentation of the Morris Award will take place at 10:30 this morning, but it will actually be in room 114 in the Pennsylvania Convention Center, okay? And then for the Yalza Nonfiction Award, that presentation is also at 10:30, but it's gonna be in room 114, Lecture Hall of the Pennsylvania Convention Center. All right, so thank you all so very much. I want to again thank all of the committees and their chairs for making today's announcements possible. We could not have done it without you, so congratulations on a job well done. For more detailed information regarding today's winners, please visit the Youth Media Awards press kit at ala.org/YMA. Thank you again for attending today's program. Safe travels.